Welcome عنيزة Private School students. Hello my students. With you Miss مروة بكري. أهلا بطالباتي طالبات مدارس عنيزة الأهلية. Today my students, I'll make revision on how to make question in English, okay? General questions. My students, first we will know how to make questions in present simple tense, okay? Asking questions about routines and habits, okay? Any questions consists of four things. Number one, WH word. Number two, auxiliary verb. Number three, subject. Number four, verb. Okay? The question in the present simple tense consists of WH word. What is the meaning of WH word? Okay? WH word means كلمة استفهام, like what, why, where, when, how much, how many, how. Okay? All of these words, we call them WH word. Okay? Plus auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb in the present simple tense. Okay? Do and does. Do you remember, my students? In the present simple tense, we make negative sentence by using don't and doesn't. Also, to make question in the present simple tense, okay? So here we say routines and habits because we use present simple tense, okay, to express routines and habits or facts, okay? So the auxiliary verb here will be do and does. Plus subject. Subject, we can use pronoun as a subject, okay? And also we can use a noun. Subject like I, you, they, we, okay? Or any plural noun. And also we can use he, she, it, or any singular noun. But if we use, okay, you, they, we, or any plural noun, we must use auxiliary verb do, okay? We can say does with we, you, and they, okay? With you, they, we, and I, and any plural noun, we must use auxiliary verb do, okay? Also, here, with singular pronouns or singular nouns, he, she, it as a singular pronoun, we use auxiliary verb does. And also with the singular noun, we say before that singular means مفرد, we use does. Plus verb, okay? But take care, my students, here the verb, we must use it in infinitive, okay? We must use this verb in infinitive. Infinitive means the verb at the first form. My students, look at this question. What do you do? Ask yourself, what's the difference between do in pink and do in green? Okay? Excellent. Excellent. The difference between them are, do here, we use it as an auxiliary verb. Okay? But do in green here, we use it as a verb, as a main verb here, okay? And also here we use do because the subject here is you, okay? What do you do? ماذا أنت تفعل. Also, my students, I'll make revision, okay, on how to make question in the past simple tense, okay? We say before that any question consists of 4 things. Excellent, excellent. Number 1, what? Excellent, WH word. Number 2, excellent, auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb here means help verb or فعل مساعد, okay? Plus subject plus verb. In the past simple tense, the question consists of WH word plus auxiliary verb did, okay? But in present simple, we use auxiliary verb does, okay? This question in the past simple exactly like the question in the present simple tense, okay? They are different only in auxiliary verb. In the present simple, we use do or does, but in the past, we use did, auxiliary verb did, okay? Plus subject plus verb. But here, my students, okay, we use auxiliary verb did with all persons here, okay? With singular and plural. And also here, my students, we use the verb in infinitive. Okay, here we use the verb in infinitive. My students, look at this question. What did you do? Okay, here I use verb to do in the past, and here I use verb to do in infinitive. Here I use verb to do in the past, did, because here I make question in the past simple tense. And I use here did as an auxiliary verb. But here I use do, okay, in infinitive. أنا استخدمت هنا حبايبي do في المصدر, okay, as a verb here في المصدر, as a main verb. main verb هنا الفعل الأساسي عندي هنا حبايبي هو do. But here I use did in the past, okay, as an auxiliary verb. أنا هنا استخدمت verb to do في past as an auxiliary verb. كauxiliary verb قلنا حبايبي فعل مساعد. Look at this question again, my students. This question consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 things. What here is WH word, and did here is auxiliary verb, and you here is a subject. Okay, and do here is a verb in infinitive. Okay. Okay. Now we will know how to make questions in future tense. Okay. Future always related with will. Okay. To make affirmative sentence in the future tense means مستقبل, زمن المستقبل. Okay. We can say I'll travel to London. Okay. Or I will travel to London. Here we use will with the future tense. So if I want to make question in the future tense, it's very easy. Okay, only use will as an auxiliary verb. فقط هنستخدم حبايبي هنا will كفعل مساعد. Okay. Also, again, this question consists of these 4 things. WH word, please memorize these 4 things. Okay. WH word, auxiliary verb, subject, verb. Okay. Only we change here auxiliary verb will. Okay. WH word like what, why, where, when, how much, how many, how. Auxiliary verb here will be will. And subject, okay. Will here we use it with plural subject or with singular subject. And we use the verb also in infinitive. This means that, my students, we use the verb in infinitive in the present simple tense and in the past tense and also in the future tense. في المضارع البسيط وفي الماضي البسيط وفي الفيوتشر حبايبي we use the verb in infinitive. احنا هنا حبايبي بنستخدم الverb في المصدر، دايما بنستخدم الفعل في المصدر بدون أي إضافات. Okay, at the first form في التصريف الأول ليه. Plus we use auxiliary verb will with the future. Okay, if I want to make question in the future, we must use auxiliary verb will. How can I make question with the modal verbs? What is the meaning of the modal verbs? Excellent. Modal verbs like can, could, would, should, must. Okay? This verb have only first form and second form, but it doesn't have third form. Okay? So we call them modal verbs. احنا سميناهم هنا modal verbs. Okay? Because these verbs have the first form ليها تصريف أول and second form والتصريف التاني, but they doesn't have third form. ملهمش تصريف تالت. Okay? To make question with modal verbs, okay, consists of WH word plus modal verbs, any of them. Okay? I can use can, could, would, should, must, and also with a plus subject. Okay? With can, I can use singular or plural subject. Also with could is the past of can. Okay? We can use can, could, would, should, must with all persons. Okay? Singular or plural. Plus main verb. Main verb here, okay, means the verb at the first form. Okay? Main verb here, we must use the main verb here at the first form. Okay, in infinitive. Now, my students, we will know how to make question with verb to be in the present. Okay? We say before that any question, احنا قلنا قبل كده إن any question أي سؤال, okay, consists of 4 things. But look at here, my students. This question consists of only 3 things. Okay? Why? Because here we use verb to be, okay, as auxiliary verb and main verb at the same time. Here we didn't have any verbs. Like here, WH word consists of, this question consists of WH word plus verb to be am, is, are. Because here we are talking about how to make question with verb to be in present. In present في المضارع. أنا هنا إزاي بعمل سؤال حبايبي في المضارع in the present. So we use verb to be in the present. You know before, my students, that we use verb to be am with the subject. What? Excellent. Excellent. We use am with the subject I. And also we use is with the subject he, she, it, or any singular noun أو أي اسم مفرد. Also we use are with you, they, we, or any plural noun أو أي اسم حبايبي جمع. Okay? Again, to make question with verb to be in the present. This question consists of WH word plus verb to be am or is or are plus subject. Okay? I with am and he, she, it, or any singular noun with is, and you, they, we with are, okay, or any plural noun. Okay? Now, my students, we will know how to make also question with verb to be in the past. Okay? We know how to make question with the verb to be in the present. And now we will know how to make question with verb to be in the past. This question also consists of 3 things: WH word, verb to be, and the subject. But take care here, my students, we use verb to be in the past, okay? The last question, we use the verb to be in the present, but here we use verb to be in the past. Verb to be in the past is was and were. Excellent. Do you remember, my students? We use was with he, she, it, okay, or any singular noun أو أي اسم مفرد. But take care, my students, here we also say use was with pronoun I. Okay, again, we use was with subject I. I can say were I, okay? We say was I. So this question consists of WH word plus verb to be, was or were. We say before that we use here was and were as an auxiliary verb and main verb at the same time. Plus subjects, okay, we use with was I, he, she, it, and any singular noun, and with were we use you, they, we, or any plural noun or is. Yeah. Thank you, my students, for your watching. Okay, and goodbye.